inquiry. Before I close, I want to tell us how to inquire from God. Inquire from God by the laws of spiritual intelligence. The first law of spiritual intelligence is this: God does not speak much. God only answers much. God does not what? Speak much. He only answers. I tell you this from wealth of experience. So it is only those that ask God questions, that initiate the conversation, that can get God to talk. If you want to wait for God to talk, you will wait for long. He answers much, but he doesn't speak much. So in your walk with God, you will notice you'll be praying, then he will just talk. That talk is answered. And there are few times where you can be lying on the bed and he comes to you. Then he speaks. So if you check the ratio of the time he speaks without an inquiry and the time he responds to inquiries, you will see he doesn't speak much, but he answers much. So based on the first law of spiritual intelligence, make sure you are always asking. You see those guys, the Bible never told us how long they asked. Who sinned that this man was born blind? Say it to him for 21 days. Not in tongues. Tell him in English. Who sinned? What was it? What happened? Nobody can exceed 64 years. What is the problem? For 21 days, don't miss it. Ask. You'll just be sleeping one night. An angel will walk into your dream like a man and take you to an ancient apparatus. God does not speak much. God only what? Exactly. Second law of spiritual intelligence. The airplane of God's activities is called the human heart. The human heart. The human heart is the theater of God's displays. Those of you that still remember the diagram I drew of the secret and the inward parts. The heart is the theater for God's display. So since we know that the heart is the theater for God's displays, and God is spirit. Are you with me? He's not man, he's spirit. And God is not on your head, God is in your heart. If God is spirit, the theater of his displays is your heart. Expect him to be manifesting where? On you. Listen, because he is spirit, he will not operate like a man, he will operate like a spirit. The language of spirits is 1, knowings. 2, signs. 3, sights. He can give you a quick sight. You know it's not your eyes that saw that. Quick sight. Let's start again with the list. Number 1, knowings. It just, you know something, you don't know how you know it, but you know it. It's spiritual. Second, it's a sign. When you lose your peace, has it ever happened to you before? A sign is not an intelligent communication. So when you lose your peace, it's expected that you speak in tongues for 45 minutes so that you will now know what you are losing your peace about. Exactly. And then when there's fullness of joy, you wake up with a song. It's a sign of spiritual health. It means something happened while you slept. Pray in tongues for 45 minutes, you'll find out what happened. Because a man without knowledge, for a man to be without knowledge is not good. That's what the Bible says. So there's a reason why your spirit is rejoicing. That rejoicing is not because of your pocket, because of something that happened in the spirit. And Jesus rejoiced in the spirit. It was not his making. It was the spirit of God in him that began to rejoice. And And then Jesus said, Father, I thank you because you have not revealed these things to the wise. That was why the Spirit was rejoicing. Jesus decoded it. Have you ever had a time you just had this strange peace you cannot... Huh? That's non-cognitive communication. You need 45 minutes of tongues to know why. Remember, the theater is where? Many of you wait for spectacular things to see rainbow. Ooh, it might happen 2 times in your lifetime. You are waiting to see lightning. You will be old at 94. Because that's exceptional. But I'm telling you what happens every day. This is supernatural. Supernatural happens within the privacy of your heart. But it's a testimony of the position of God about an issue. And nothing can change it. Because the Bible says, believe in the Lord your God, so shall. That thing that he has shown you is established. No matter, even though there's Satan, there's Aleku. Huh? If you have seen it in God, it's established. It will come to pass if you wait long enough. Have you seen your wedding? Have you seen it? You have seen it before. It means it's established. The thing now is for you to believe